Cathy McLeish here, and we are going to answer another question about if I'm an alcoholic or not. This is from the longer version of the questionnaire, and today's question is, how often in the last year have I fallen short of what was expected of me because of my drinking? Okay? So when you think about this question, especially if you're an alcoholic and you're dealing with a level of denial that comes with alcoholism, it's really hard to see the truth about what we're doing and what we're not doing. And just know that we give ourselves a lot more credit than we deserve. So if we really want the true answer to this question, we could hand it to our spouse, we could hand it to our parent, we could hand it to a really good friend that maybe doesn't drink like we drink, and ask them what they think. Because sometimes the more we drink, the less is expected of us. So if I'm, barely coming out of my room and I'm drinking, and even if I'm going to work, I'm only going to work part of the time, and somebody's making an excuse for me so I don't lose that job. If I have anything in the court system hanging over my head, if I have any of those problems, people have probably started to expect less of me. Oh, don't ask him to do that. He'll be upset. Oh, don't ask her to do that. She's busy with something else. She should be doing something else. They will make all kinds of excuses they would not make for any normal member of the family. So I don't have to do much to do less than what is expected of me. So think about this. Do I show up to my child's sports activity beforehand? Encourage them, maybe talk to them about the game after the game? Or do I come in late after 3 or 4 beers, catch what I need to catch, and get out as fast as I can because it's really messing with my drinking time? Do I promise things and do I not deliver? Because that is a really big thing that I used to do. Birthday parties and vacations, and you're telling your kids, when you see all of the disappointment in their eyes that you're going to take a vacation this summer and you're going to go to the East Coast and swim with the dolphins. And they're like, Mom, Dad said we're going to swim with the dolphins. And she's like, yeah, if I get another job and never sleep nights, that might happen. But in reality, we're promising things and we break people's hearts. Because in the disease of alcoholism, if nothing changes, nothing changes. We keep doing what we're doing, and actually the allergy causes us to drink more to get the same result. We build up a tolerance and we need more alcohol to feel like we want to feel. And actually we're probably, if you're like me, you're chasing that feeling you had back when you started years ago, maybe decades ago, and it's not coming back. It does not come back. I am sober 37 years. In those years, past my alcoholic drinking, I have spent time with alcoholics, monthly, weekly, yearly for sure. And I have never really seen somebody that has, come into a group and said, I caught it again. Every year, at least once a year, I catch that good feeling that I had back when I started drinking. It is worth it to keep drinking. No, I've never heard any story like that. It always gets worse. It's always people wishing they had not given up 8 more years of their life, 10 more years of their life, 20 more years of their life. They wish they could have back the families, the jobs, the situations that they're gone. And they're gone forever sometimes. It is very hard to rebuild what we tear down in our drinking. So, are you showing up? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? If you're far along in your alcoholism or your heavy drinking, probably not. So, you gotta check the box. I don't know if you're at 2 or 3, but if you hit 3 on this questionnaire, then you got a problem with your drinking. And that's the bad news today, but the good news is on the other side of drinking is a really good life. You know what? It's the life I was supposed to live all along. And I am happy every day. I mean, do I have troubles? I do. I have the same, not the same, but I have just as many, struggles as anybody else. But I am in the solution. And I live a life where my troubles are not piling up. And I can handle what I'm given on a daily basis. And I have a support system that loves me and cares for me. And I do the same for them. I'm not that person that is looking at myself in the mirror and wondering how I'm going to get through another day, and that I need a drink just to do life. In fact, I need quite a few of them. I'm not that person. And you don't have to be either, because on the other side, we show up, and our kids are proud of us, and they want us to be at events, and they ask us if we're going to be there, and they include us with their friends, and they're proud of us. And it is an amazing, amazing feeling to have a spouse or a partner that would do anything for you, and not because it's going to reflect poorly on them if they don't. No, because they care about you. So relationships, you get a second chance to rebuild them. It takes a long time because of the damage that we've done, but we've got a long time. If we stop, we've got nothing but the future, and it just keeps getting better. So if you're gonna show up for yourself. Show up for a different kind of life, and see what's ahead for you. Thanks. Cathy McLeish. If you want to learn a little bit more about alcoholism, just subscribe and follow and be a part of the solution. We need a solution. We as alcoholics practicing damage so many people. And I love that pebble in the pond analogy, where if we get sober, you know what? It spreads. It spreads to our families, our children's children, and so on. It spreads, and it's beautiful. And if we don't, you know what happens. It's exactly the opposite. So join me. Thanks.